So good morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and we've got some nice weather. The stuff's been growing quite good, and let me show you what we've got growing on our plot in April. So this is as we are in April. So we shall see what happens. So this is my raspberry cage. I'm just hiding out the sun. It's a lovely morning. And I took the netting off. And thanks for all the suggestions. And I had a nice suggestion about using black scaffolding netting, which will be easy to apply and will be see-through. That's a great idea. Another idea was just to do half the amount, just do half high, and that would just stop the rabbits going in, which is another great suggestion. So yeah, but that's a project, not for now. And I'll probably just leave it open. I actually like it open. I can actually see other people. I think the dark blue of the tunnel will be too much all over this. So yeah, really pleased. There's my apple tree on the end. So this is my flower bed, if we can see it with the sun. And we've got rhubarb in there. And the lupin is doing really well. Got a couple of poached eggplants, the rosemary, there's some rogue raspberries in here, and I got a gooseberry there, some daffodils, and I think there's some snowdrops in here, so I believe they're snowdrops. And we've got our little bushes that come out the skip on the end. Whilst doing this, I made this little border here, which I think would be a flower bed. This was out of the wood that was also dumped, fly tipped. So I really like having my beam pole up, and it really makes it feel looks like an allotment having beam poles. So I've got these old poles that I used last year, and I've just literally got enough canes, and at the moment I only had tiny clips, so I've done that with the ends. I'm not sure whether it's going to be sturdy enough yet, but I might get some more clips. So I started tidying this bed up. This side looks nicer, neater borders, but this side still needs attention, and excuse me shadows. The sun is only just coming up, as it's only 6:30, 7:15, and then this is the broccoli, which now needs coming up. This is another bed that needs sorting out, and in the next couple of days I shall be doing these beds. So I'm actually getting a bit outdoors now, and I've just got some poached eggplants here along with my primroses, and the carrots. Still a few carrots still in there. So rather than my flower bed, let's have a look in there. So when I took this plot over last 2 Octobers ago, I laid a path there, and it wasn't even laid, just literally put concrete slabs down, and they were wonky as anything. So this weekend I've actually made my path, so it comes out of the netted hoop and round to my patio, And then I've made another path going alongside the netted tunnel. And now it's the start of my bean holes. So just looking in my tunnel, I got a bed, and this bit needs clearing, which won't take 5 minutes. And I'm not quite sure what to put in here. I did think about maybe putting the blueberries along the back, still in the pots, or maybe I'll just use this for blueberries or cauliflowers. I'm not sure yet. Let me know what you think I should put in here. That'd be really helpful, really would. I just really don't know. I'm so pleased with this tunnel. Oops. Really pleased with that. And these are the pansies I got out. I didn't get these out the skip. I got these from the garden centre for free. And around the corner here, I got more garlic, some herbs, some strawberries, and I'm not going to go much round because it's going to go into the sun. But now I've got my little trough here for new seedlings. This was the old sand pit that was down the end, making use of what we've got. So there's no disguising my plot. This is as it comes today. So this is my new raised bed, and this is going to be for flowers. And I got these 2 bushes from a garden centre for free. They're probably not going to do much, but I like free. So they're there. And then I got a little bed on the end which has got some onions and some garlic. There's garlic there. And then I got some radishes, and then I got a little row of little gems. I know it's a bit early to put them out, but trying to get things done now. In my bedroom one bed. Across here we got the radishes, and there's more little gems there, and then 2 rows of potatoes on the end. But I see we have a visitor. And my potatoes. So we shall see what happens there. Further down, an update on the garlic. And that's the onions that went in over winter. So this bit is still much the same. Not being able to really cover this. I've got to move things about a bit, and I've laid out my beds here, but I've not done anything yet. And that's the cuttings from the raspberries, and my polytunnel still at the back. And it's far too wet down here to do much, but the grass does need a cut. So when it dries up a bit now, I should be able to get down there and give it a cut. So that's this end of the plot. Spinning round, I've slowly been making the paths down the side of the poly, the borders. This was the wood that I picked up from the dump, from the road, from the fly tippers. So I've been slowly building up this bank here because it goes down in a slip and it gets quite waterlogged in the corner. And then further down, this is gooseberries. This is the rhubarb that I found. These are 3 chards that was in my veg in one bed last year, and then the pink germador, garlic in pots. This is a supply of alpaca poo, which I'm not quite sure what to do with. Anyone suggest what I should do with it, where I should put it? Now further along, I got 4 blueberry plants, and I might put those in the tunnel. And I got 2 roses that we're going to grow up on my arch down there. And then I got a couple of tulips coming out here. Oh, and this was the mint that I found on the spare plot down the end. This one's just manure, which is just drying out. And this is the strawberry bed that all my strawberries come from. And lastly is the rhubarb. And this is the neglected bed, the next one that needs sorting out. Looking across at my broad beans, they're not doing so bad. The second row of broad beans here are the new ones that I did in the tunnel. So these are the autumn ones, and those are the new ones. And then my strawberries. Not sure what's happening with these, so I've given up really and done mine in pots. So I've got 2 roses here, and they're coming out nice now. These are ground cover ones, so I might put those in my flower bed next to my tunnel. And then we've just got a random pot of garlic floating around here, and a grapevine. So as we come round into the polytunnel, this is what we see. Lots of greenery. So as we run out of space, we've had to compromise and made a new shelf. So first on the list here is the Swiss chard. This was done in March. We've got Romesco cauliflower that's dry. We've got climbing French beans. There's nothing on them yet. Sweet corn. So this is among our April sowings. So we've got some chard. We've got Romanesco cauliflower. We've got the climbing beans. And we've got the sweet corn. So this is our March. So this is our April offerings. So this is what we got sown for April. We've got Swiss chard, Romesco cauliflower. We've got our climbing French beans and our sweet corn. And these 4 tomato plants that come from the ground. So looking round to the middle, these are the trays that were reduced. And they're actually producing something which I'm quite surprised about. These are the peas. I've actually put them in a hanging basket. These are meteor peas. These were in the gutter. And I've also put some tulips in the middle, which is quite a random. But anyway, these are poached egg plants that are very wilty. So I'll quickly whiz through these. Little gem, tomatoes, there's our single seed challenge. Tomatoes, the digging for dinner one, Roma. These are 2 random tomatoes. Market more cucumber, an onion, some fuchsias, This is the Aqua we did in March. We got 6 giant sunflowers, spring onion, normal onions, they've got to be potted up. We got some stockgarter we put in the trays. We got some petunias, these were from January, they're growing up tall. Kohlrabi, poached eggplant, lobelia. This in the end is our coleus. I'm not sure whether that's really doing much. That's been in since February. Strawberry plant, I don't know why he's there. These are tomatoes that I dug up from the ground down here. And the carrots, these are the January carrots. And then we have the tulips. And scrolling down, some more strawberries. And strawberries down the bottom here. These are the broad beans at the bottom. These are coming out of tree. And if you remember, these were done the same time as the ones outside. And they've gone massively in here. And looking inside, all those little weeds are tomato plants. So I'm going to start the tomato situation again. So this is the strawberries. These were from the runners that was from the bed outside. And we're actually getting flowers now. I'm not even sure if these are going to be any good. But yeah. I'll quickly whiz along. So we've got Rebecca, basil that never did nothing. We've got our marigolds, not exactly many of those come through. Some busy lizzies. I'm not even sure what's this one in here. Let's have a look. Oh, larkspur. That was done 16th of March. Plants are matched, we've forgotten now. This is all the gourds. These were only done for April. I might even put those back downstairs. And more strawberries. And we've got some pretty flowers. Lower level, lobelia, lots of lobelia. Some spring onions that we sewed up. I never remember what's underneath this one. Melon, this needs potting up now, it's quite big. These got eaten by the mice. And a couple of radishes that are left. This is what my daughter sowed. So we've got cucumbers. And we have a few tomatoes at the back there. So I could take this lid off really now. But I should put it back on for these purposes. So that's that level there. So everything takes a bit of a water now. So let me show you the next 2 levels. So this is where it's getting really busy. So these are the poppies that I bought from my Surrey plot and I saved. This is geranium hardy mix, which I'm not sure much happening there. This is that funny word I can't say, but I always call it mission bells. That's doing nice. We've got some collies that are desperate to be potted up, and beetroot that really needs to go out, and at the back we've got some marigolds that probably need moving because they're shriveling up a bit. So this is, if I can see it alright, this is saved alderman peas that have not done anything, some sunflowers, and then I've got 4 melons. This is striped tigger, so they're doing quite good. Nasturtiums, sweet peas. I've got another 4 tomatoes that come out the ground. My onions, that's rocket at the back there. And some more broad beans for the veg in one bed. And we've got a giant pumpkin. 2 giant pumpkins. Did I do 2 giant pumpkins? Yeah, I did. And then we've got, this is the alderman peas. These are going good now. So these could really probably be outside soon. And then we've got a poached eggplant at the end. And those are some kind of broccoli or some sort of calabrese. But they need a water. So that is my top shelf. So everything is looking good. Except needs a bit of water. So let's look underneath. This is the giant cabbage. I was going to put these on my Surrey plot, but now it looks unlikely I'll be going there. I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing now. These are safe seeds of chilli that I put in, no heat, just in the polytunnel. Looks like they're doing something now. And marigolds, just don't have much success with marigolds. So this is 2 that I've got in a pot here. And then at the back is cosmos. So they might come home now. And leeks. And the other thing that's doing quite well in here is zinnia. It looks like something might be eating these. This is the giant cabbage. It really needs to get out. It's getting really crazy. And at the back is still the sweet peas. And those are pansies that I retrieved for free. And then we've got here, I'm not sure what these are, calabrese, broccoli autumn, and green sprouting. So they're doing okay. And then underneath, these are the shallots. And we've still got our tomato. So I'm really pleased with my workstation at the back here. I'm really pleased. And I know it's a mess, but it's such work in progress. Everything's to hand. And although it's a mess, I do know well pretty much everything is. But one thing I really need to do soon is to fill up my barrels of water. So still got some wood inside that needs burning, and I've also just noticed I've got these 2 planks, and those could go outside. So this bed, I don't know what I'm doing. I think now I'm probably going to do melons all the way along here. So I'm thinking maybe tomatoes down this side and melons down this side. Because last year I just used this whole tunnel for tomatoes, but I also need cucumbers too. So I think cucumbers, tomatoes and melons will just be used in here. I'm not sure when the board beans should come out, but maybe cucumbers can go in. No, not so sure yet. But maybe cucumbers and melons along this bit. So this side of the bed is where there's not much soil. So I'm thinking maybe doing pots along this end, and then the tomatoes this end. Well, this is once all this is cleared. So here we have our petunias, and I think I might take all these home. And then we've got the buckets. These are all the international kidneys, and we did with blood, fish and bones. So that's all sorted. And we've got poached eggplants, more spare. Got a couple of dahlias, some pansies that I bought for 50p. Overwinter potato, which is growing something, I'm not sure what. We've got some pansies and lobelia. This is more pansies. This is our cauliflowers. 2 trays, and then we've got our dahlias, and I'm pretty sure we've got a Vogue dahlia in there. So we've got a few strawberries left, and I've given a few away to the neighbours. And this is the cosmos that I saved for my daughter's planting, and more dahlias. And finally the giant cabbage. This is giant cauliflower, and one more on the end. I can't remember what this one is. Our nasturtiums. We've got a couple of poached eggplants on the end, along with our tulips and the lavender, with our grapevine that started to come through now. So there. So this is as we are in April. So we shall see what happens. So thank you for watching. Please ring the bell, get notifications when I post some more, and please comment, and please leave a reply. That's great. Really look forward to reading the comments, and I'll reply to everybody. So thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Get going on the allotment. Thank you very much. Cheers.